Hey guys, it's Ivy. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing the mid-year freak out book tag. I have seen a lot of people do this over on their channel. As they said before, there's no link to the person who created it, but I'm really excited to be getting into this and I can't wait to share all my answers with you. Question number 1 is best book you have read so far in 2019. For that, I am going to go with The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This book is all the buzz. Everyone who reads it loves it. It is completely worth all of the praise, and I was just so connected with this story. It's not even the first Taylor Jenkins Reid's book I have read, but boy did I fall in love with it. I love Evelyn. I love seeing the evolution of her start out as a young girl and grow up and marry all 7 of her husbands and find out who her true love is. It is a phenomenal story. Question number 2 is best sequel you have read so far in 2019, and for that I am going to choose The Wicked King by Holly Black. This series is so great. I love fairies. I love Holly Black, and I think that I might have even liked book 2 better than book 1, and I was just completely blown away. And number 3 is a new release you haven't read yet but you really want to, and for that I'm going to choose Finale by Stephanie Garber. I cannot believe that I have not read this book yet. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Maybe I'm kind of scared. Maybe I don't want it to end. I don't really know, but I do really want to read it. I just haven't. Question number 4 is most anticipated release for the second half of the year, and I am sure I am not alone in saying that my most anticipated release is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Number 5 is your biggest disappointment, and for that I'm going to choose Evermore by Sarah Holland. I loved Everlist. It made my favorites of 2018 list, but this book was not a 5-star read for me. It wasn't as good as the first book. I did enjoy it, but like I said, I was very disappointed because it didn't live up to the hype of book 1. Also, I'm going to choose the second answer, and for this I'm going to choose Never Contended Things. I hated that book. Oh my god, it was, I made a whole rant about it, but I was very disappointed. I thought I was going to love Never Contended Things, and that book is by Sarah Porter, I think. It was awful. Number 6 is the biggest surprise, and for that I have 2 answers. Number 1, I have Hating to Love You by Erin Riley. This is a romance novel, and I am not a big romance reader, and I was completely sucked into this one. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. I loved the smut, and it was just such a good book, and I loved book 2, and I cannot wait for book 3, and I was so pleasantly happy that I fell in love with this. The second answer is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens, and I almost DNF'd this book, but my grandma told me to push through, and about page 160 I was like, I can't believe I was gonna DNF this. It's so good. I ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars, and the ending totally blew me away, and I'm glappy. I need to quit filming. I need to be done. I'm so happy that I did not DNF this book. You guys are gonna be like, wow, we are not surprised, but you already used her for an answer. So number 7 is your favorite new to you author, and that is Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm obsessed. I love her books. I have almost read all of them, and I will be really sad when I finish her collection and she doesn't have a new book out yet for me to read, but I love everything she's written that I have read, and if you haven't read any of her books, I highly suggest you do. Number 8 is your newest fictional crush, and for that I have chosen Daisy Jones from Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm obsessed with Daisy. She is so fierce. She's so happy with who she is and showing people who she is and being herself, and I fucking love that about her. I love that she's a rock star. I love seeing her growth, and it's just so amazing to have a connection with a character like that, and she's definitely my newest crush. Like, I'm obsessed with her. I know you guys are probably surprised that I didn't choose a boy from a fantasy novel, which I normally would, but I feel like Daisy Jones deserves all the praise, and that is why I have chosen her. 9 is newest favorite character, and for that I'm choosing Nora Walker from Winterwood by Shay Earnshaw. Yes, this book is an arc and it doesn't even come out until November, so you guys can't all experience her right away, but I'm obsessed with her. I think she's so gentle and kind and caring. I love Nora. I think you guys will love Nora when you read this book, and she's just definitely a favorite. Number 10 is a book that made you cry, and for that I'm choosing The Beckett List by Adele Griffin. This is a middle grade novel about a girl named Beckett and her moving from the city to a farm, and her dog in here reminded me of my dog, and it made me cry happy tears and sad tears, and for that I'm just so in love with this book, and I definitely had to mention it as a book that made me cry. Number 11 is a book that made you happy, and for that I'm choosing Wildflower by Drew Barrymore. I read Drew Barrymore's book on audiobook, which she narrates herself, and I just found myself continuously smiling the entire time I was listening to it, and I figured it was totally perfect for a spot on this list and a book that made me completely happy. And it's totally out of my comfort zone because it is a memoir and it's not like a fantasy novel, but I thoroughly enjoyed listening to Drew's story, and it just made me so happy. Number 12 is Most Beautiful Book You Bought Yourself This Year or Received, and for that I am choosing What Should Be Wild by Julia Fine, and I did buy this book myself, but I'm completely obsessed with this cover. I have not read it yet, so this could fit the answer for the next question as well, but I'm just, I'm obsessed. Look how stunning this is, and the foliage on the gold stripes, like, it's everything. Number 13 is What Books Do You Need to Read by the End of the Year, and clearly my answer is all of them. I definitely can't, but you know, I want to. I'm going to pick 2 real quick off my shelf that I am going to mention. The first one I'm going to mention is Dig by A.S. King, and the second one is Romanov by Nadine Brands. And this one was recently gifted to me by my friend Nicole, who was completely in love, and this one I bought off of a recommendation from Books and Lala. So totally want to get to these 2 by the end of the year. There you guys have it. That is the mid-year book freak out tag. Let me know in the comments down below if you did this tag or any of the answers to any of the questions you would like to answer. As always, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.